What's up? This is Patrick Sukup with Sukup Real Estate Services in Fort Collins, Colorado. This week coming at you with the difference between a fix and flip versus a fix and hold budget. So what we're going to be looking at is some of the different theories, what you do when you're fixing and flipping to sell versus fixing and flipping to hold and potentially refinance. Something to consider first is some of your goals within your personal life and financial abilities. Essentially, fixing and holding is trying to build wealth over time, passive income streams, building your net worth, ultimately having assets to be able to either liquidate, leverage, or take advantage of the income for future years. Versus a fix and flip is an instantaneous generating income, you needing to know what you're going to do with that income, paying the taxes, and parlaying that income into either another investment, another flip, but it is a one-time income generational tool. Theoretically, your flips are going to be at a higher finish grade and level than your holds are. Jumping through different areas is going to be your floor. For a flip, you might be putting in hardwood, LVP, luxury vinyl plank. A hold, I actually still like using LVP and or carpet. Paint, you might have some accent walls, one color in your holds, antique white, day in, day out for me. Kitchen, you could be doing cabinets, countertops, new appliances, new sinks, faucets, white fixtures, and really putting some pretty penny into your kitchen comparatively to on a hold. You might be just doing repairs, maybe painting your cabinets. Standard white appliances or standard black appliances. Rental grade units. These are going to be potentially beaten up over the years, not necessarily loved on as the same would with a homeowner, potentially more often having to turn those units over. Your bathrooms, vanity surround, tile floor, tile surround, updated light fixtures again, sink, faucet, whereas in a flip, vinyl flooring, a one-piece insert. I actually do like putting in tile surrounds for my bathrooms. It's a pretty inexpensive, or I should say comparatively to putting in a one-piece. A one-piece here in Fort Collins installed is probably gonna be about $1,000. It's gonna be about double that for a tile, but the look, feel, the way the tenants love it and potentially wanna rent it for a premium could be worth it. Landscaping, you're going to clean up the landscape on a flip, potentially add bush, shrubbery, sprinkler systems, rock beds, different features. Whereas on a flip, just clean it up. That's all you need to do, because one of the things that tenants are gonna do, some tenants are green thumbs. They're gonna move in and they're gonna really take care of that property, that landscape. Others are gonna shit on it. And ultimately, you have no control over the landscape. You have some control if you take really good documentation about what the landscape looks like and educate your tenants on what you expect and is expected from them living there. You could potentially have good tenants and let them pay for any damage or neglect that they do on that property. Exterior, who knows? Paint, siding repairs, a lot of it is a must. So if you have a leaking roof, whether it's a flip or a hold, you're going to need to go ahead and fix that or replace the roof. Other than that, you'll be putting in a new fence, privacy fence for a rental and or a hold or a flip, depending on what you want to do, maybe just different grades, different looks, feels. That's the high level difference of what you could expect with a flip and a hold. One of the next things that you're going to want to do is determine what level of flip you are going to want to do, and also if it's going to be a hold, what type of finished product you want. You could do anything from a lipstick flip to a surface makeover, and also, or a potential, a reinvent yourself flip. And what I mean by that is a lipstick flip is carpet paint, maybe appliances, super simple stuff, clean, landscape clean, basic, and then get it back on the market. A surface makeover could be new appliances, kitchen, countertops, cabinets, new bathrooms, railings, light fixtures, sink faucets, plumbing, things of that nature. And then kind of the reinvent yourself could be making an addition, adding on, opening up the ceiling, opening up walls, removing walls. It really gets into more of maybe a permit necessary job where you're going to need to get involved with the city, with the addition, lots of different things. So, and then with a hold, that's going to be more dictated of what market rents what type of market rents you can get. You don't want to go in there and really do a really bang up job if it's going to be a college rental that's going to be beat up and tenants don't care if you have a stainless steel appliance in there or a basic white. Now, granted, there is kind of a transition of bougie college kids that want stainless steel appliance, granite countertops, all the nice stuff. So you do really need to understand what market you're going for and what level of flip you're trying to accomplish. But jumping into really what ranges can be, and this is how I do it. So if I go in there, if I walk a property and I see, all right, this needs new carpet, new paint, a full kitchen, one of the bathrooms, the other bathroom are gonna leave or do like a half job, landscape's terrible. This is just how I break down what I believe my best guess of my estimate's gonna be. And I have been doing this for 10 years with fix and holds and fix and flips. So they can be close, but they can also be pretty far off. And I'll jump into that at the end of why. So, flooring could be $4 to $10 per square foot. So if you have a 1,000 square foot home, your fix and flip budget could be $4,000 to, $10,000, depending on what level of floor, what work you need to do to put it in there. Paint, $1 to $3 per foot. So that same 1,000 square foot house, it could be $1,000 to finish. Painting, like I said, that's going to be more of your fix and hold to $3,000 to paint that unit. And that'd be more of a custom. Kitchens, anywhere really, honestly, it could be lower than $10,000. It's gonna be a fix and hold. You don't have to replace your appliances. It's just a super big clean and deep clean of everything. So it could really be much lower than this, but this is more of a fix and flip of $10,000 to $30,000 and beyond, depending on the kitchen size. It could go beyond that, but generally, those are kind of the range that I use. Bathrooms, $3,000 to $6,000 per bathroom. One thing that I should mention, it is important to understand that this is Northern Colorado, so I have labor and materials that I'm used to. You could be much higher in California and maybe much lower in maybe somewhere in middle Nebraska. Guessing. Windows, $550 to $1,000 per window installed. Is a good estimation that I've used. Not going to be going less than $550. Doors, $300 to $400 per door interior. Your exterior doors are going to be more expensive. They are more solid core versus hollow core, so that's where the majority of the expense comes in. Installation is a little bit more intense with a exterior door versus interior door as well. So this is purely interior. Trim, replacing trim, $5 to $8 per linear foot. So even though it's a 100 square foot room, it might only be 40 linear feet. So, and that's a 10 by 10. So that's gonna be $5 to $8 per linear foot. And then landscape, again, this is just an estimation depending on what size or what type of flip you're trying to do. If you're just needing to clean it up, 25 cents per lot square foot. So a fifth of an acre is going to be putting you closer to, or let's just say a fourth of an acre is gonna be putting you around 10,000 square feet. And so 25 cents an acre, 25 cents per foot, you're gonna be about $2,500. These are estimations. Then you get into some kind of fixed cost. Doesn't matter what type of finish you're gonna be doing. If you're gonna need to replace the water heater, $1,500. Furnace, $3,000. A new AC compressor, $3,000 depending on the size and of the home. So that could differentiate a little bit on the furnace and the AC, but not much. And then X factors, where you have a blank check. Plumbing, electrical, structural, and roof. Who knows what that could be? You really need to know what you're doing and understand potential costs, have good contractors, good connections to be able to hedge your risk of those uncertainties. So these are all kind of the main items, budget on fix and flip versus fix and holds, and kind of the ranges that they could be in for Northern Colorado. But what do you do to protect yourself? Contingency. This better be about 10 to 20%. The better you get, the closer you can be to 10. The more just starting out you're doing, it's got to be closer to that 20%. And the reason for that is these X factors, these differences in the floors. Do you have to replace floor joists? Do you have to bring in new material? Is the material that you bought out of a supply and you need to increase it to a better material? The contingency will help you with to stay and maintain your budget. That's going to be vital to putting these numbers together. I think one of the most important things you can do and have to do on either a fix and hold or a fix and flip is buy it right. And how do you do that? There could be a lot of different ways to do that, terms, financing, but probably the biggest and most important is price. It depends on what the market is and what you can buy it for. So the first and most important thing, determining whether you're going to do a fix and flip or a fix and hold and building your budget, is to look at what is 70 to 75% of after repair value, less repairs. So if you think that a house is worth $450,000 and it's going to cost you $45,000 to repair it, you're going to need to buy that house for $135,000 plus $45,000, so $180,000 less than this price. So you're going to need to buy this $450,000 house for probably no more than $280,000 to $300,000. What that allows you to do is two things. It gives you enough cushion to make a profit while also having room for error while putting in your repair budget. So hopefully the contingency puts that error in there. It also allows you to put the money into the property and refinance out, because doing a cash out refinance, they are only going to allow you to take out 75% loan to value. So 25%, you can pull out 25% cash. So if it is worth $450,000, you are going to be required to keep in there probably close to $100,000, $130,000. So, which then allows you to pull out the money that you put in for repairs. So that's going to be rule one. This other rule is kind of something that I've just used going through projects myself, is the 50% rule. If I'm going to flip it for let's say $50,000, and I'm going to turn around and sell it, and I'm going to put in that $50,000. I'm going to hold it. My max budget is $25,000. Figure it out from there. This is a house that you're going to hold for many years, so projects that could be done next year. A new bathroom, great. Do it next year if it doesn't meet your 50% rule. New kitchen. Maybe don't do the new cabinets this year, do it in a future year. New appliances, get a refurbished fridge rather than a brand new fridge. That's just a rule that I've used to help me keep my budget and numbers in play. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, comment, interact, engage. It's been really enjoyable getting to know different people and connecting with others through this process. And I really enjoy putting on this content. So thank you for watching. My name is Patrick Sugup with Sugup Real Estate Services, Fort Collins, Colorado. Have a great day.